It's 10:28. So sit in Dhyan Mudra with your right hand in your left palm on your lap. Make sure you're sitting upright and close your eyes to avoid distraction. Look within. And today I'm going to let Kunal lead the yoga class, the breathing part. I'll take over after the first half hour. So it'll be nice for you to get the instructions from somebody different to see how it works out. So we'll get started right away, and I'll let Kunal take over.
So we'll chant one Omkar, and then we'll say the prayer after that before we begin our practice. Recha Purak Now hands in Namaste position, and we'll chant the prayer.
Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Rub the palms together, spread the energy of the face and open the eyes. Right, now we'll start with our practice, start with the breathing exercises, and just in case there's somebody new, just two terms to be familiar with, Rechak and Purak. Rechak is to exhale and Purak is to inhale. And for the Rechak, if the tone of the voice is to say it quickly, Rechak, that means it's a quick exhalation to get rid of the residual air in the lungs. And if it's a Rechak, then it's a slow exhalation. So we'll start with Pranakarshan Kriya. So those of you sitting on the floor, preferably in Vajrasana, otherwise you consider a cross-legged position if this is not comfortable for you. And if you're sitting in a chair, that's fine. You keep your hands on your thighs, or you keep them in Dhyana Mudra. Dhyana Mudra is right hand on the left palm. We'll do 5 Pranakarshan Kriyas, deep inhalations and exhalations. For the first 3, the count will be 8 for Purak and 16 for Rechak. And the next 2 will be 10 and 20. So sit with your back upright, eyes closed. Rechak, Purak, Rechak. Purak, Rechak. Purak, Rechak. Now 10 and 20. Purak, Rechak. Purak, Recha. Breathe normally. Now we'll do the Brahma Mudras or the neck exercises. 5 different types. For the first 3, we do a Purak, make the movement of the neck, and we come back and we do a Recha. And for the next 2, we do it with normal breathing. So the first one we do will be moving our head to the left first and then to the right after taking a breath in. Recha, Purak. Move your head slowly to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stretch as much as you can. And come back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Recha. Purak. Head to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stretch as much as you can. Come back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Recha. Purak. Hold the breath. Go to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stretch. Come back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Recha. Purak. Hold, move to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stretch. Come back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Recha. Now type 2, which is dropping your head to the left and the right after doing a Purak and holding your breath. Your ear should go towards the shoulder should not come up. And when you're moving your head to the left, place your right hand on the floor next to you. And when your head is going to the right, then the left hand on the floor. Recha, Purak. Drop your head to the left, right hand on the floor. Come back. Recha. Purak. Drop the head to the right, left hand on the floor. Come back. Recha. Purak. Drop the head to the left, right hand on the floor. Come back. Recha. Purak. Drop the head to the right and left hand on the floor. Come back. Recha. Now we'll do the third variation, which is dropping the head back. And this time we'll try to hold the head back a little longer, because typically during the day we're always putting a neck down looking at our devices like the iPhone, etc. So we'll hold it a little longer. Recha. Purak. Drop the head back. Face the front. Recha. Purak. Drop the head back. Face the front. Recha. Now the fourth and the fifth variation are done with Normal breathing. For the fourth one, jerking the head to the left or the right. So just loosen your neck a little. And then we'll start jerking. Let's start jerking to the left, center, right, center. Left, center, right, center. Left, center, right, center. And stop. Now do the 360-degree neck rotation. So drop your chin towards the chest and start movement to the left, back, right, front, left, back, right, front, left, back, right, front. Stop, change direction, move to the right, back, left, front, right, back, left, front, right, back, left, front. Lift your head up, rub the palms together, spread the energy of the face, and open the eyes. So next we're going to do the shoulder exercises. We're going to do it just with two shoulders to save a little time, but if you're practicing at home, you may want to do the same with individual shoulders to start with and then do both shoulders together. So we're going to start with both shoulders up and back. Let's start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now place the fingers of your hands on the respective shoulders, elbows touching in the front, and each time make sure the elbows touch. Let's start up and back. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Change direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now we're going to do the Naman Mudras or the bending forward exercises, and we'll do all 5 of them that you have learned. So for the first one, place your hands in the Namaste position, and for the first one we'll bow to the Supreme Divinity in the form of earth. Om Prithve Namaha Re Chak Pura. Arms go out slowly. Re Chak. Bend forward with your arms straight outstretched, head in line with the spine. And when you're down there, keep your arms outstretched for a while. Now bring your hands close to the head, retract them down to the head, near the head. Relax the body and breathe normally. Now when I say Rechak, you do 4 things. You straighten out the arms, you breathe out, you take your head in line with the spine and apply the root lock. Rechak. Pura. Come up slowly. Rechak. Mudra number 2, take your arms behind your back, right hand in the left hand, thumbs interlocked, arms are not bent at the elbows, shoulders back. This time we'll bow to the Supreme Divinity in the form of water. Om Jalaya Namaha Rechak Purak Rechak. Bend down slowly, head in line with the spine as you go down. When you're down there, just drop your head, relax the body. Now slide your hands up the back, drop the elbows, relax the body and breathe normally. Once again, 4 things on Rechak. Breathe out, head in line with the spine, straighten out the arms, and apply the root lock. Rechak. Purak. Come up slowly. Rechak. Mudra number 3. Hands near the abdomen, as low part of the abdomen, fingers interlocked, elbows back, shoulders back, opening up the chest. This time go bow to the Supreme Divinity in the form of fire. Om Agnaye Namaha. Rechak. Purak. Rechak. Drop the elbows, relax the body and breathe normally. Once again, 4 things on Rechak. Rechak. Purak. Come up slowly. Rechak. Naman Mudra number 4, arms behind the back, each hand holding the opposite elbow. Make sure your back is upright. This time we will bow to the Supreme Divinity in the form of air. Om Jalai Nam. Oh, sorry. Om Vayave Namaha. Rechak. Purak. Rechak. Go down, head in line with the spine. When you're down there, drop your head. Relax the body, breathe normally. This time 3 things on Rechak because it didn't move the position of the hands or the arms. Rechak. Purak. Rechak. Mudra number 5, arms folded in the front, each hand holding the opposite elbow. This time we'll bow to the Supreme Divinity in the form of space. Om Akashaya Namaha. Rechak. Purak. Arms go up slowly. Rechak. Drop your head, relax the body, breathe normally. Once again, 3 things on Rechak. Rechak. Purak. Come up slowly. Rechak. Rub the palms together. Spread the energy over the face, open the eyes. And now for those who are sitting on the floor, you can change to a cross-legged position. And as Chitra says, if you can keep a blanket or something that you can sit on so that your bottom is a little high up and you get a better upright back sitting position. So now we're going to do Kapalbhati, and we're going to do it for 30 counts on each side, and then with single nostril, individual nostril, and 60 counts with both nostrils. We will hold for 8 counts after the individual nostrils and 16 counts after both nostrils. And we'll do Amakruti, which is after the final Rechak of the 60th Kapalbhati. You put your chin on your chest and we'll hold it then for a count of 16. After that, you do a Purak, which is a Vayusar Purak. So you purse your lips and breathe in, hold it for a little while, then gulp the air and breathe out. So we'll start first with the right nostril. Rechak, half Purak, close the left nostril and start. Hold. Purak. Recha. Purak. Recha. Breathe normally. Now with the left nostril, Recha, half Purak, close the right nostril and start. Hold. Purak. Recha. Purak. Recha. Breathe normally. Now 60 counts with both nostrils and hold for 16 counts with Amakruti. Recha, half Purak, start. Hold your breath, your chin down. Vayusar Purak and hold. Gulp the air. Recha. Purak. Recha. Breathe normally. Now we'll do Parshva Kapalbhati or side Kapalbhati. We'll do it for 20 times on each side and we'll hold for 8 counts initially and then we'll do a Purak and we'll put the chin down on chin down and hold your breath for another 8 counts before we breathe out and come back to the front. Recha, half purak, twist to the left and start. Hold. Purak. Hold with your chin down. Recha. Purak. Face the front. Recha. Purak. Recha. Breathe normally. Now we'll do the same on the right side. Recha, half purak, twist to the right, and start. Hold. Purak. Hold the breath with your chin down. Recha. Purak. Face the front. Recha. Purak. Recha. Breathe normally. Now normally in this program we would do Bhastrika Pranayam, Bhastrika Kapalbhati at this stage, but in the interest of time we'll skip that today and we'll go on to the next one, which is Ujjayi, or breathing with friction. So we'll do, there are 3 types as you're all familiar with, and we'll do each repetition, each one will do 2 repetitions. So we'll start with Saral Ujjayi or regular Ujjayi, which is sitting in the position that you are with your hands in Dhyan Mudra, right hand on the left palm. Recha, Purak, Recha. Purak. Recha. Now Ujjayi type 2, Madhya Ujjayi, hands below the waist, elbows and shoulders thrown back, opening up the chest horizontally. So when you do the breathing here, you stretch your chest and therefore your lungs horizontally. Recha, Purak, Recha. Purak. Recha. Type 3, Urdhva Ujjayi, arms folded in the front. And this time we will stretch the lungs and the heart, sorry, the chest and the lungs vertically. Recha, Pura, Recha. Switch position of the hands. Pura. Recha. Breathe normally. Normally you would do Basra at this stage, but we'll skip it in the interest of time. And we'll go on to chanting Omkar. So with the first Purak, Ujjayi Purak, after that we start Omkar and we'll chant 3 Omkars, followed by a very brief meditation, chakra meditation, and after that, we won't do a chakra meditation, just meditation, just relax, just focus on your breath and try to avoid any thoughts. After that, we'll chant 2 Hastakarna Bandha Omkars, which are placing your palms on the hand, on the ears, beg your pardon. So, sitting in Dhyana Mudra position, right hand in the left palm, back upright, eyes closed. Recha, Pura, Pura. Pura. Shant, Shant. Just observe your breathing, focus on your breath, and avoid any thinking, any thoughts. Take 3 deep breaths. Now we'll chant 2 Hastakarna Bandha Omkars, where you cup your palms, place them on the ears, close your ears that way, and your thumbs, the tip of the thumbs, should be on either side of the larynx of the voice box. We'll chant 2 Omkars like this, and you should feel the vibrations in your brain. Recha, Pura, Pura. Rub the palms together, Spread the energy of the face and open the eyes. And now once again, in the interest of time, we won't do the cooling down breathing exercises, but we will do the Agnisar and Udyan, the two kriyas that we learned last week. And so both of these kriyas, Agnisar and Udyan, help with your maintaining your digestive system in a good condition. And they also help to move the fecal matter down so that excretion becomes a little better. So it helps with the excretion of the fecal matter. So, sitting in the cross-legged position, in Padmasana, Ardha Padmasana, Sukhasana, whichever, or if you're in a chair, you can do it. Rather than sitting and doing it, as Chitra is going to do it, you can stand and do it. You have either of those two options available. For that matter, even those of you who are sitting on the floor, you do have the option of standing up and doing it as well. You can do it either way. So first we'll do Agnisar. Agnisar, which is breathing out completely. First taking a deep breath in. First a quick Rechak, let out the superficial air. A deep breath in and a deep exhalation, and you hold it in exhale condition, and you push your stomach out and in as far as you can, both in and out, quite vigorously, quite forcefully you have to do it. Okay? And make sure that your shoulders don't move, but you move the stomach in and out, okay? Fully. All right, and do it as long as you can hold your breath. So as soon as you have to breathe in, that's when you stop doing the Agnisar.
Fingers on the inside.
And the way you sit is with your fingers on the inside of your thighs and your thumbs on the outside. That's the position for it. Okay. So let's do it. Recha, Pura, Recha. And start stomach movements in and out. When you're done with it, take a couple of deep breaths. And in Agnisar, quality is more important than quantity. So it doesn't matter whether you can do 15 or 20 or 30 or 50.
Or even 5.
Or even 5. Do them, but do them well. Do them really well so you're pushing your stomach out fully and pulling it back in equally strongly too. Okay? So keep that in mind. And now let's move on to Udyan. Udyan is where you're applying the 3 locks and holding your breath in that condition, but you want to make sure that you take your stomach as far in as possible and up towards the diaphragm. So the 3 locks that you apply, one is the root lock, which you're familiar with, which is moving up the anal sphincter muscle, moving it up and holding it. The second is the stomach lock, it's called the Udyan Bandh, where you put your stomach way in and hold it there. And the third one is called the Jalandhar Bandh, where you're closing your neck, so to speak, or your throat, and putting your chin down as low as you can. And you apply the 3 locks in that sequence from the bottom up. When you have to breathe, again, you release the stomach lock, and then the chin lock, and the root lock takes care of itself. All right, so let's try it. Take the position once again. Hands on the thighs, fingers in, thumbs out at the back. Recha, Pura, Recha. Apply the 3 locks and hold it. Hold your stomach in and up towards the diaphragm. Now when you have to breathe, release the stomach lock, release the chin lock and breathe in. Take a couple of recovery breaths. So that is Agnisar and Udyan, and I guess we will continue to practice that for the next little while till you get better at it. And now should we do the pranayama or not?
There's no time.
Okay. Alright, so we'll skip the pranayam today, and Chitra is going to now take over to do some exercises lying on the back.
So for stretches on the back, even the people who are sitting on the chair, I hope you will join us on the floor, because these stretches are really, really good for everyone. So I'm just going to adjust the screen so that you can see me properly. And if you need to watch me because this is your first time, certainly do so. But otherwise, as you are sitting like this, lean back and very slowly lie down so that you feel each of your vertebrae touching the floor. Then stretch your legs out and take your arms behind your head, and now stretch your hands as far away from your shoulders as possible, your feet as far away so that your toes are away from your body. Right now you should be feeling a stretch all along the body. This is called Yashtikasana, stick posture. Pull your stomach in, take a few deep breaths here and keep stretching your arms and your legs as much as you can. And now slowly bring your arms on either side of your body and place your hands just below your hips to give you support, because we are going to raise both our legs together, keep them as straight as possible, and raise them only as high as you can see your toes, no higher than that. So slowly raise both legs up and hold them there, and I'm going to just tap 10 times, hold them there that long, starting now. Slowly take your legs down with control. The more control you have, the stronger your abdominal muscles get. And now do Vishram. Vishram means you move your feet apart, let them drop on either side of the floor, and move your arms away from your body. Your palms are slightly closed. Now Savdhan, which means you bring your feet together and you bring your arms close to your body again. Now once again place your hands just below your hips so that you can have support for your legs to be raised. Slowly raise both legs together just enough that you see your toes, and now we'll do cycling with both legs together. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now reverse that. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Hold them there for a few seconds, and then with control bring them down. The stronger your abdominal muscles, the more support your lower back gets. Do Vishram. Savdhan, once again, bring your feet together, your arms close to the body. This time when we raise our legs up, we're going to do cycling with individual legs, like you're really cycling on a bike. So raise both legs together and start. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Reverse that. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Hold both legs together and slowly bring them down and do Vishram. Savdhan. And now we're going to do what is called wind release posture. In Sanskrit it's called Pavan Muktasana. So raise your left leg up, bend your knee, interlock your fingers around your left shin, pull your knee towards the body, towards the left shoulder, as close to the body as possible. Keep your right leg flat on the floor. If you need to flex your foot to keep your knee down, do that. But it's important that your right leg remains flat on the floor. The knee has a tendency to rise and you don't want to do that. And now we're going to try to touch our nose to the knee. Hold it there for a few seconds. 4, your head down. 5, stretch your leg out. And 6, bring the left leg down. Now we're going to do the same thing with the right leg. 1, raise your right leg. 2, bend your knee. Interlock your fingers around the right shin. Pull your knee close to the body towards the right shoulder. Keep your left leg flat on the floor. Keep pulling that knee closer to your body. And then try to touch your nose to the knee. If you don't bring that knee close to the body, you're not going to be able to touch your nose to the knee. 4, head down. 5, stretch the leg out. And 6, bring your right leg down. Now you've stimulated your ascending and descending colons. To stimulate the transverse colon, we do this with both legs. So raise both legs up, bend your knees. This time wrap your arms around your knees and pull those knees as close to the body as possible. And gently roll from side to side. This way we can massage our lower back and stimulate the transverse colon. Stop in the middle, and if you pull your knees as close to the chest as possible, you're going to be able to touch your nose to the knees. 4, head down. 5, stretch the legs out. And 6, slowly bring your legs down and do Vishram. Take deep breaths when you're resting. And if you feel any discomfort in any part of the body, try to send your breath to that area to heal that discomfort or pain. Savdhan. Now bend your knees and your feet are flat on the floor. So now we're going to do what is called pelvic tilt. So right now, if you put your hand under your lower back, you'll feel that your spine curves inwards just before the tailbone. So we're going to tilt the pelvis and flatten our back on the floor. So tilt your pelvis and your back becomes flat. Stay there for a second or two and release it. Right now you can feel the arch inwards. Once again, tilt your pelvis, flatten your back and release. And one more time, tilt your pelvis, flatten your back and hold it there for a few seconds. This doesn't look like much of an exercise, but it is very good for your spine. And now release that. Now stretch your arms across the body. And for Markatasana, the monkey pose, you're going to drop both your knees to the left side and look to the right side. Right now, you should be feeling a stretch all along the right side of the body. Make sure that you don't raise your shoulders off the floor. Bring the knees to the center, and this time drop them on the right side and look to the left, feeling the stretch on the left side of the body. Shoulders are flat on the floor. Bring the knees to the center and make the figure 4 with your left foot on your right thigh, just above the knee. Hold your left knee with your right hand and drop the left knee to the right side. You look to the left, make sure your shoulders are on the floor. Now the left knee does not touch the floor, but each time you breathe out, try to put a little pressure on that knee. That way you increase the stretch in your left hip. Bring the knees to the center. Now make the figure 4 with your right foot on your left thigh just above the knee. Hold your right knee with your left hand and drop your right knee to the left side and look to the right. Again, make sure your shoulders are on the floor. Your right knee does not touch the floor, but you're going to put pressure on it gently each time you breathe out to increase the stretch in your right hip. Come back to the center. Switch figure 4 with your left foot on your right thigh above the knee. Through the opening, take your left hand, interlock your fingers around the right shin and pull your right shin towards your body. Again, this helps to stretch the left hip. Now switch. Figure 4 with your right foot on your left thigh above the knee. Through the opening, take your right hand, interlock your fingers around your left shin and pull your shin towards your body. Feeling the stretch in your right hip. Release that and stay with your feet on the floor, and we are just going to hands on either side of our hips, and we are going to slowly raise the hips up for a slight bridge pose. You're not trying to take them up very high, and bring them down again. Repeat that. Hips up and down, and we'll do that one more time. Hips up and bring them down. Stretch your legs out and do Vishram for a few seconds. Come to Savdhan. Place your hands just under your hips, palms flat on the floor. Your forearms are on the floor, and you're going to slowly raise your chest up and let your head drop back and stretch your feet so that your toes are away from your body. This is an easy version of the fish posture called Matsyasana. Stay here for a bit and do 10 Kapalbhatis here. Stop and slowly bring your head down to the floor and do Vishram. Savdhan, bring your feet together, your arms close to the body. Bend your knees, turn to the side that you are comfortable with, and slowly get up And sit for a few seconds in any comfortable sitting posture, because we are going to do Marjarasana, which is cat posture. This really helps to stretch your spine in two directions. So, take the position of tabletop. Now in tabletop, your palms are flat on the floor with your fingers spread out. Your wrists should be right below your shoulders, and your knees should be right below your hips. Your toes are curled under. And what you're going to do now is, as you breathe in, you're going to start arching your back downwards, raising your tailbone and raising your head. And over here, keep raising your tailbone. Use your tailbone effectively to make that arch bigger. Don't hold your breath. You might need to take shallow breaths here, but see if you can increase that arch of the spine downwards. Now, as you breathe out, make that arch upwards of the spine and the back. Tuck your tailbone, and your chin is almost touching your chest. Stay here for a bit. Keep tucking your tailbone to increase that arch upwards. Once again, arch downwards, raise your tailbone, raise your head. Stay here trying to increase that arch downwards. Don't hold your breath. And as you breathe out, raise your arch upwards, tuck your tailbone, your head down. And now flatten your feet behind you and see if without moving your hands you can put your hips on your heels, and then look from left to right a couple of times with your neck turning left and right. Stop in the middle, and when you come up, you come with your back raised up, your tailbone tucked and your head down. And then once again breathe in, raise your tailbone, raise your head, arch your back downwards, and then come to a tabletop, so you make your back flat, and then come back and sit in a comfortable sitting position to catch your breath. The resting pose for all these asanas is Vajrasana. But if you can't sit in Vajrasana, you should sit in any comfortable sitting position. And now it's 11:26. So I will give you the thought for the day, and then we'll chant 2 Oms and say the prayer. So sit with your hands in Dhyan Mudra, ready to chant the Om, but first let me give you the thought for the day. Always end the day with a positive thought. No matter how hard things were, tomorrow's a fresh opportunity to make it better. Always end the day with a positive thought. No matter how hard things were, tomorrow's a fresh opportunity to make it better. So, today's quiz question, anyone who wants to answer has to unmute and just give me the answer. So why do we always begin all breathing exercises with a quick exhale? Any one of you? And if you don't tell me, then I will give you the answer. But if you know the answer, by all means, just unmute yourselves and give me the answer. Why do we always begin with a quick exhale for all breathing exercises?
So we can breathe in more.
Yes. We want to get rid of the superficial air in the lungs so that we can make room to breathe in deeply. So you will notice that always we start by saying Rechak, a quick Rechak, so that you get rid of that superficial air, you make room to take in more, inhale more oxygen. Okay, thank you, Diana. And now you can mute yourself and we'll chant 2 ohms and then the prayer to close the practice. Rechak, Purak with friction in the throat. Purak. Hands in Namaste for the final prayer. Asatoma Satgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityuma Amritam Gamaya Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Rub your palms together, spread the energy over your face, and have a great day, everyone.